kind of late, so I don't know who's still awake and I don't know who's gone to bed. I'm still up because, of course, like a lot of other people, I was watching the election and I don't know what to say. This was exciting. This was very exciting. This was riveting. Um, Anyone who watches this on replay, as always, please hit the like button as you watch the video. I'm glad that you tuned in if you're watching on replay. Like I said, I know it's late at night, but I want to get my thoughts out while they're still fresh in my brain. Okay. So, oh, I have somebody here. Hey. So the thoughts I have, right? I'm kind of I'm tickled. I'm just going to say that. I am tickled. I am truly tickled. Um Also, I find it very interesting. I think some of the things that have happened this evening, some of the things that have been said this evening on CNN were very interesting. Some of the things that were said on CNN were very insulting. Um, there were some funny things that were said, and I enjoy comedy. Once it gets into the ugly, then I'm not too crazy about it. Hey, Vintage. Hey, God's anointed daughter. But yes, I was up watching the election. I wanted to go live with gossip earlier, but I really just felt like I wasn't going to have time to really do it before the election and all that stuff started. So I didn't even bother with the gossip today. I just kind of hung back. And as you all know, who are on my main channel, we one of our sisters from our main channel did a watch party on her channel, so we did go to support her. DC Blacksmith, she did a great job. I thought it was really, really nice. And then I went to another YouTube channel that was also doing a watch party. This was interesting. If I got to give a critique, it was exciting. Um, I'm very happy with the outcome. I'm surprised with the outcome, but I'm very happy with the outcome. Um, I don't know. It was touch and go there for a minute, and I thought that I don't know. I was just expecting bad news. We started seeing, things on Twitter pop up with people bringing in at midnight boxes and boxes and boxes of things to these precincts. Hi, Mantika Storch. Is that Stotch? Hi, welcome. But yeah, I was really excited to see the outcome. Like I said, in my opinion, you can see it in my title. I feel like America won. Hey, U.S. Army Brad, how you doing, boo? I feel like America won, and this is what's supposed to happen. The majority are supposed to, Chris. If you can't behave, you have to go to someone else's stream, dear. But I think what happened is what's supposed to happen. Um, Americans are supposed to be able to vote, and what the majority wants to happen is what's supposed to happen. It should never be a minority of people who get to tell the majority of people what is going to happen in this country. That is not how this place is supposed to run. So I think it's great. I think it's fair to say that the things that we kind of have had to deal with over, like, people like to say the last 4 years, but I think things have been bad long before then. Um, I ain't gonna get into all of that, but definitely the last four were not things. Simon, if you can't behave, you're gonna have to leave. The last 4 years, especially, we suffered a lot at the hands of the minority. Thank you, Yuri. Oh, you have that's my granddad's name. I'm serious. Wait. See? I have my grandfather's name on my shoulder. You can have an opinion, but you don't get to be rude. You said that's a good dad's name. Yep, that's my grandpapa's name. I make people's lives better. I didn't know that. But thank you. But yeah, so it's like what I was saying, it's like the last few years, the things that we've suffered and dealt with, it's like It wasn't what the majority of the people wanted. I think you want to see the tattoo again. I think I showed that, didn't I? Okay, one more time. That is my grandfather's name, Uriel. He was my sweetheart. I absolutely love Jesus. Do you love Jesus too? He is the best. Don't start me about him. I could go on and on. Hi, DC Regal. Thank you, Shanice Bunny. Uriel said Jesus is awesome. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. So I think that what's been going on over the last 4 years has not been what the majority of the people want. And it's like the majority of the people are being told, thank you, DC Regal. The majority of the people are being told, if you don't agree with things that are absolutely upside down based on your beliefs, you're wrong, you're stupid, you're all of that. Hey, Tasha Jones. And all of those things, like that's what I heard on CNN, y'all. That's what took me out. Was listening to the commentary on CNN, and the little dried up guy, I can't even really remember his name. Yes, he is our savior, honey. And he goes on this whole rant about how the line in the sand. I had to see what they were saying, Jose. I don't like them, but I believe like whether you agree with people or not, you got to listen to everybody's side. So I did listen. But he was saying the line in the sand is between the educated and the uneducated, as though they're not those of us who are educated, who have degrees, okay? And we still do not want to live in liberal land. Like, what is wrong with y'all? It's about values. It's not about education. We don't lack in education. And also, oh, okay, Jose, it's okay. I appreciate you. Thank you, Shanice. But it's like we don't lack in education, and it's horrible because there are people who vote any number of different ways for any number of reasons who may not have an education, maybe because of economics, or maybe because like some people are just not good at school, and I accept that. Why are you acting like they're somehow beneath you? And they still do not get that it's that condescending attitude that made a lot of people who have voted Democrat their entire lives switch and for the first time in their lives vote Republican, and they don't get it. You don't get to condescend to people, talk down to people, insult people, and then say, now that I've called you stupid, ignorant, dumb, I've been completely disgustingly racist towards you, and now you better vote for me, or else you're a bad person or you're a dummy. And I think what happened tonight was the people saying, yeah, no, thank you. And I love that the entire country was almost was almost on key, like one band, one sound. You don't get to do that. You don't get to play in our faces and pay for illegals and then tell us you have nothing for Americans when a hurricane hits. You do not get to tell us that our daughters can train and we can spend money for them to be trained in optimal physical condition to play sports, and then now they have to compete with boys. You do not get to do those things. You absolutely do not, and I repeat, do not get to ship all our money overseas and then demand more money from us. And then when you start doing your budgets, you allocate immense, egregious amounts of money to the IRS so they can go out as field agents to make sure they collect money from us to give to other people. Like, you just don't get to do that. And I'm really, really happy that things turned out the way they did. I think that's a very good thing. I'm actually, honestly, no kidding, I'm very excited about it. Um, do I wish we had a third option? Sure. But we don't. And in the absence of a third option, I will take anybody but that lady. And I'm very, very, very excited. I'm very excited. So this was not meant to be, okay. This was not meant to be a long live. That wasn't my intention. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. That's my biggest thing right now. I don't want to miss nothing. DC Regal says, agreed, no more one band, one sound. We over it. Absolutely. We are definitely over it. DC, I'm about to make you a moderator. Okay. I had to throw you a wrench. I had to throw you a wrench, boo. Because I need a little backup. But yeah, people were different tonight. And then it was kind of crazy to see the thank you so much. It was crazy to see the response on it was crazy to see the response on Twitter from a lot of the liberal accounts. Um I don't know. I think people take losses and you just got to take the loss. Like it's just life. If things happen, you can't control it. But it looked to me like a lot of them really couldn't deal with it. Hey, Abundance and Clarity, how you doing? Good to see you. I can't believe y'all are still up. I called myself like trying to do a quick video while everybody was in bed. I'm like, well, they'll see it tomorrow when they get up. I didn't know anybody was going to stay up because I was going to relax in a minute. I was going to relax in a minute myself, but I figured I had time. You say we support over here. I appreciate you. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything because there's a lot going on online, y'all. Hey, real time. Hey, how you doing? I swear I thought y'all were going to bed. I figured I would make a quick video, and I was like, well, everybody will see it in the morning, and that's good enough. But yeah, I really had to make that video because, like I said, I'm very pleased with the outcome. Um, and I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow. And like I was saying over on Nosy's channel, I've never watched The View. I have honestly never seen The View in my life, not one episode, my hand to God. But I can guarantee you, I will be watching The View when it comes on because I need to see Whoopi's and the rest of them's response to what happened tonight. I need to see it. I would also like them to be able to justify or maybe like rationalize um Ms. Harris's decision to just go home and to leave her supporters high and dry and to not speak to them and to not say anything this evening, to not concede like a good sport. Like what message is she sending? Yes, abundance and clarity. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Yes, real time. The country spoke loudly. They were screaming. Chris Newton says she was too emotional to speak. You know what? Like, I get that, but then I kind of don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I don't. Because if you're that emotional, why are you running for office, ma'am? Like, this is not summer camp. This is not you getting elected as homecoming queen. This is something that is like, this is business. Like, I hate to say it like that because it doesn't sound nice, but this is business. So you win some, you lose some. You campaign, you either get elected or you don't. Like you know what I mean? And I understand the whole she's emotional thing, but madam, madam, see, this is where things get iffy when you want to kind of beat the feminist drum, and then at the same time, you're not able to behave in the same fashion as the people that you want to stand toe to toe with. I'm just saying, because that just, to me, it looked bad. It looked bad. Your supporters were crying. They were crouched on the ground. They were huddled up together. They were holding their faces. One of them was sitting on the ground and bent over into the grass. And she went home. Real Time said, "This is not an office Kamala should have run for. She's shallow and now looks like a fool." Well, it's kind of what happens when you've never made it anywhere on your own merit. It's kind of what happens. Hey, Maishi. So I still say keep an eye out for those Democrats. They're nutso. Absolutely. They are unhinged. They are dangerous. I was a little spooked today because y'all know I order my food from Uber Eats most days, unless I feel like leaving the house. I seldom cook. There are no children at home now, so I don't have to do that. And hubby works, and so he's everywhere. Right now, he is where is he? He's in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think he's in Charlotte. Yeah. So when I'm alone, I order Uber Eats, right? Now, make no doubt, make no mistake. When I answer the door, I have that, that boom shakalaka in my hand. I never go to the door that I don't have that click clack boom, okay? In my hand. Now, I don't brandish a weapon, but it is behind the door. When I open the door, the hand that is behind the door is holding, pow, is holding it. So the guy, and he wasn't black. I think he was Caucasian, I believe so. And he was like, "Are you ready for the election?" And I said, yeah, I said, "Let's just cross our fingers, I didn't say who I was rooting for one way or the other. And he was like, "I sure hope she wins." I said, "Oh, I don't." This man stopped in his tracks. He looked at me and he said, "You're not voting for Kamala." I said, "No, I'm not." And he stood there like he was like processing something or thinking something over. I'm not sure what it was, but I can promise you the safety was not on and I was ready. Because, like, why are you looking at me like that? If you don't drop off my Thai food and leave my yard, it's going to be a whole problem. It was weird. It got really weird. It was tense for a minute. He did leave, but it just made me uncomfortable. So you're right. You better watch out for him. Chris Newton say, "Why did black folks turn out for Trump? What did he say or do to get your vote?" He got my vote because I think he cares about the average guy. Well, the biggest thing for me was voting against Kamala. That was the biggest thing. The things that she's done, especially at that southern border, are unconscionable. I'm a mother. And the fact that there are mothers who are mourning their children because criminals were allowed in is a problem for me. Not to mention the horrible things she did while she was in California. But just that alone was enough for me to say absolutely not. And the icing on the cake was her in the rally and someone saying Christ is King and her telling them that they were at the wrong rally. Well, considering that I'm a good Baptist and Jesus isn't welcome, that means I'm not either. And she stands for absolutely everything that I abhor. So just it wasn't going to happen. The Hamburglar could have been in the other seat, and I probably would have voted for the Hamburglar. Tasha Jones says she showed exactly what a lot of people saw. That lady cares nothing for her supporters, very callous. I agree. She says, "Yep, stay ready. You never know. You don't, and I don't play. I do not play. That's why I said they can go and jump off a cliff with their gun control because you will take it from my cold dead hands." Hey, Michelle Wyatt, say good for you. Maybe you can figure out something else to talk about. I mean, I can talk about whatever I like, but what you can do is leave because you're rude and you're cranky. Are you hungry? Is that what this is about? Are you hungry? Are you lonely? Yep, y'all share the video. Oh, Stevens DIY. Maybe it is a DUI. You got something wrong with you. Is something wrong with me because I don't want little girls to be raped and murdered? Let's go ahead and get you out of here. I'm in a mood tonight. Anybody who supports evil, you gotta go. You just gotta go. Abundance and Clarity says Scamala played the race baiting game, which was offensive. It was, and it was racist as hell. She wasn't comfortable in her own skin, and that shows. Locking up innocent men is disgusting. Locking up mothers whose children have sickle cell and are in the hospital is even more disgusting. Even more. Tell them, DC Regal, listen, you don't have to wait for my permission. If you see somebody out of pocket, I don't care how itchy your trigger finger is, get them up out of here. Maishi says they're just mad they couldn't pull it off with Orange Man Bad. I swear you better come up with something other than that. And when your candidate is somebody as horrible as her, no, I understand DC Regal, but make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. Um, but if you're gonna try to if your candidate is somebody as bad as her, you need to tell us something that's worse about the other person. I mean, really worse. Don't tell me they said something that hurt your feelings, or they typed something stupid on Twitter, or they made faces. Like, you better tell me something worse about them than I know about you, because the stuff we know about her is pretty dang bad. Damien, now we're not gonna block you, but I don't understand what you mean. Join in what? Join in what? Tasha Jones says if you're new to Shanitra, wait, I don't want to miss it. Tasha, what you say? Why you took it back? I wanted to read it. Tasha, that's mean. Yes, Abundance Biden was disgusting as hell. He still is. We just saw him on Devil Day, Halloween, biting on children's feet with Jill dressed up like a panda. I'm like, oh, these are some weird old people. I was like, what are they doing? This is crazy. It was a lot. Tasha moved that. I was trying to see what you had said. But yes. So yeah, y'all, this was something. It was very interesting. Um Decision Desk HQ did a great job. Yes, Damien, we are all Americans. Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you for acknowledging that, because that's a big deal right now. Like, we all on the same team. We cannot afford to have grudges or be fighting with each other over nothing. These people have allowed millions of enemy insurgents into our country. We cannot fight each other. Listen, if we gonna hold grudges and be like, I don't like you because of something, we gonna have to fight about it after we get all of them out. Okay, so that's like where I am with it up here. I feel like we need to make a pact and say, as Americans, I don't care what happened in the past, we are friends now until we can get those people out. And then we can go back to bickering if you want to. Thunder says, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen in the morning. Ooh! Thunder! 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 It's going to be crazy in the morning. Are you going to watch The View? What time does it come on? Somebody tell me what time The View comes on, because I am dying to watch The View. I have got to watch The View. I know they gonna act crazy. Damien said, but I'm just a white Irish Italian. Well, that's nice. Much love and respect from Los Angeles. All right, I like it. Hey, Damien, please subscribe so you can come back. Maishi says, exactly, we still got much work to be done. Uh-huh. Easton's Car Repairs. Hi. We can have grudges with Diddy. Yes, we can do that. If y'all want to have grudges with Diddy, cool. Okay? That is allowed. Grudges with Diddy are allowed. No grudges with anybody else until we get all of those freeloading cockroaches out of here. We're all first cousins, and our mothers are sisters, and we all love each other until we get them people out. Okay? Tasha say, if you're new to Shanitra's channel, we don't do disrespect here. We engage in mature and intelligent convo. Thank you. Thank you for saying so, Tasha. Because a lot of people don't know that about me. And then, like, when they first run into me, they think, like, Oh, she said something I don't like, I can just start yelling insults, and you can't. Unless you have Tourette's. That's different. God's anointed daughter said they already acted a plum fool. I believe it. I believe it. Y'all, these people are crazy. These people are really crazy. You know what I got? This is off topic. This thing, Splash. Have y'all tried Splash water? It's got like a little bit of flavor in it, and it's good. Yes, I want to watch The View. No kidding. Mm. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. I like water anyway. I'm a water girl. I can drink water day, night, anytime. Love water. But yes, honey, it was interesting. It was interesting to see people like you said. Tomorrow is probably gonna be much worse, but tonight has been interesting. Okay, girl, let's take a look on Twitter real quick. Um, Imperatrice. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. You don't drink flavored water? Confused. But welcome. Let's see what else is going on Twitter, y'all. Wait, wait, wait. I think this is going to be funny. Let's see if anybody is crashing out yet. Oh, it's okay. I just didn't know what that meant. I thought you were saying you don't like flavored water. Flavored water is the bomb. If y'all don't like flavored water, I don't know what to tell you. Especially like if you get it really, really cold and cut up fruit in the flavored water, man. Wait a dang minute. Hold on. Okay, that's not related to that. Okay, okay. I don't want to miss comments. Okay. DC Regal says the view comes on at 11 a.m. Okay, I'm going to watch it. It comes on every day, right? So there should be an episode of The View that comes on tomorrow? Because if so, I'm watching it. I've got to watch it tomorrow. This is going to be my first episode of The View. I'm so excited. Maishi says, right, they've retreated back to the dungeons to regroup, scheme, and scam. Yeah, DC Regal, if you chop up that fruit in ice cold water, lit. Tasha Jones said, I hope the black community paid attention to those celebs who were insulting us and showed their plantation overseers for master. We need to stop supporting them if they didn't already. Oh, you so funny. You say, come on, skin. Yeah, I don't do makeup. I don't have time for that stuff. It's cool for people who wear makeup. I think makeup is cool. I have a lot of makeup. I just don't wear it. I don't have time. I'm too busy for it. She says, yes, I love infused water, great with fruits and even veggies too. I've never put veggies in my water. Never put veggies in the water. I should try that. I should try it. Did they actually update the numbers yet? Let me hold on. I got another phone. Let me look. And then I can tell you. Ooh. Wait. Mm, maybe I can pull it up while I'm on here. Y'all, I got so many devices, I'm confused. Okay. Too many devices. Let me check, y'all. Um. Well, Decision Desk HQ says they got Harris at 226 and Trump at 286. So yeah, it's updated. Yeah. Yep, I think it's Dunzo. I think it's Dunzo. It's you know, it's all over but the crying, as they say. Mm, mm, mm. Even just looking at the map, that's a lot of red. That's a lot of red on that map. Whole lot of red on that map. You're welcome, abundance and clarity. Oh, no problem. I'm telling you, I thought y'all were gonna be asleep. Hi, Skeeter. Skeeter says, we've been saying that this election isn't a normal one. They were literally voting against evil and we won. Sure did. Praise God. Never have I ever prayed for an election. We stood our ground and we spoke. You know what, Skeeter? I did too. I said a little prayer too. But I wasn't optimistic. I wasn't optimistic because these people are so unhinged. They're so recklessly evil that I felt like even if they had to cheat in front of our faces, that they would do it. I did not trust them not to do what they did in 2020 because nobody's going to convince me that they didn't steal the last one. So I thought they were going to do it again. I felt like he would legit win, but I also felt like they're just going to steal it because they don't care about breaking the rules. They don't care about laws. They only care about laws when they can use it as a weapon against people who disagree with them or get in their way. So I didn't have a lot of hope for him. I'm just be honest. I had no hope. I was just like, oh well, I believe in what's right, so I'm gonna do what's right. But I didn't expect right to win out because honestly, the last 4 years for sure, we've seen that right don't matter. Right just don't matter. We watched these people lie. We watched Joe Biden steal money. We watched him smuggle oil. We watched him get away with not paying $475,000 worth of taxes. A whistleblower gave it up. The IRS swept it under the rug. We watched him get caught having money wired in from foreign countries to bank accounts in his grandchildren's name. We watched them lie and say that the Hunter Biden laptop did not exist. It was part of Russian collusion and all this bullcrap, only to find out it did. And there was absolutely no repercussions for what they did on social media, blocking information, which was absolutely election tampering. And we literally sat here and watched these people get away with bloody freaking murder. So I didn't have no faith in them. I'm just gonna be honest. I had no faith. Not so much in the system, but I had no faith that anybody was going to stop them from doing wrong. And I thought they were just going to do it because they wanted to. And what could we do about it? Skeeter says, I was not optimistic either. Trust me, I was very anxious. I understand that. I just got busy. Once I get like, I don't like to feel anxious or nervous, so I just get busy. If I got a sketch, cut fabric, start sewing, I'm gonna do something because I'm not just gonna sit here and like just be chewing on my nails, you know? I don't like that feeling. Yes, DC Regal, it's been super weird lately. Maishi says, you know that if you avoid makeup, you'll hold on to your youth longer. That's the idea. Just think of all those you know that no longer look well without wearing it. Mm-hmm. Girl, some of my classmates look like my mama. Yes, y'all, please hit the like button. CR say they got their nigga wake up call. They did and did. Because after these people used you, lied to you, treated you like you are infants and don't have a right to think for yourself, played identity politics like you're not smart enough to make your decision based on issues and policies, then once you're upset and you're distraught, she goes to bed and leaves you crying in the grass. So yeah. Aries the past. No, actually I voted in my interest. Voting for Kamala would have been against my interest because she does not represent what I represent. We have a different set of values. And last I checked, voting was not sowing anything, it's just voting. Everybody should vote their conscience, not their color. Okay? And even if I was voting my color, I still would not have voted for her. She's not even that. But I'm not ignorant enough to vote my color. I vote my conscience. Thunder says the Democrats did for everyone else but their voter base. But this night will speak volumes. I agree. Totally agree. Maishi says, girl, tell it. Every time folks were saying Trump is a felon, I was like, do you not have eyes? They don't. They don't want to. Hey, Asir Bain. Welcome. Please like my video. Please subscribe to my channel. Maishi says not left crying on your A in the grass. They were. Like there's actual video and pictures of these people. They were all set to celebrate with her. They were let down. They were outside. They were crying. They were huddled up. They were sitting in the grass. And this woman went home. Thunder said she didn't even have the decency to give a concession speech. Didn't. Hi, Brian Evans. Says, yep, our people have a victim mentality. I voted Trump and I'm excited for the future. I feel like I saved America. You definitely did your part. And that's the good thing. Like, that's all we can do is our part. Look at what's in front of you. And I think, like, okay, this is just what I think. I could be wrong. I'm not Jesus. Okay? Let's be clear. But I feel like if you take the person, not saying that we don't look at the people that we're voting for, because we absolutely do and we absolutely should, right? But if we were to take away the persons, the people, and let's just say we never knew who she was, we never knew who he was, and we just look at policy and past performance, what they stand for and what they stand against, you still, unless you really are into some weird crap, there's no way in hell you could have voted for that lady. There's no way you could have done it. I'm for our borders not being protected. Like, I'm going to say it like I'm logically planning to what like I would have been logically planning to vote for her, right? Hi, Reva Grundy. Yep, bye, Kamala. Next one on the hit list is Diddy. Well, we got him in there, so let's just pray they keep him in there. Right, but let's play the game. Logical voter choosing Kamala. Because you can choose whoever you want. So if I'm just a logical person and I'm just looking at policy, past performance, and what you stand for, right? That would mean I would have to say, I'm voting for or I'm in favor of open borders. I'm in favor of illegal squatting in American citizens' property. I'm in favor of tax dollars, giving them money for food, paying for their lodging, their clothing. I'm all for violent attacks on American citizens. I'm also in favor of illegals kidnapping, raping, and murdering Americans. I'm all for Venezuelan gangs taking over apartment complexes and beating up apartment managers. I'm all for it. I'm also for males and female sports. I'm on the side of men and women's bathrooms. I'm on the side of U.S. citizens and taxpayers paying for inmates to transition. I'm in favor of all of these things. And that's what I would have had to say in order to vote for that lady. That's why it's like when I hear people say, like, oh, you're voting against your interests. Whose interests are those? Because those are not my interests. Those are not my interests. They're just not. I don't even want to know whose interests they are, but they're not mine. They're not mine. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. That's not true. So let me not say that. Maishi says, just remember, we still got to fight. There's so much that we need to fix, and the children are one of the most important issues yet. That's true. I agree. Pardon me for squinting. I'm an old lady. I need glasses and refuse to get them. U.S. Army Brat said our spirit was not going to allow us to fall for that. That's true. Very true. Hi, Jesse Garcia. So it was the same thing when everyone voted for Sleepy Joe and the same thing voting for Hillary, Trump 2024. Let me tell you something, Jesse. Jesse, you missed the time. On my main channel, I used to do the news over there. I just started doing news over here separate from my main channel because Democrats will glitch and start mass reporting your channel, and I did work to build that channel up, and I don't want it attacked. Okay, that's what I'm saying. But you missed the time, baby, because it was after. Oh, I think it was after the proxy war in Ukraine. We started really covering the things that Joe Biden was doing. Hey, Belicious. And when I tell you, you missed the time, I covered everything that he did. And the joke over there, they were calling him Bicycle Boy, um, Wheels, Uncle Joe. Like we had 100 jokes, but I absolutely reported on all of his criminal behavior. Belicious, why are you still awake, girl? I thought everybody was in bed and y'all are still up. Y'all know I have insomnia. It's menopause. I don't sleep like that. But I cannot believe y'all are out of the bed. What y'all doing out the bed? Welcome to everybody. Y'all, please thumbs up my video. Pretty please. But yeah, it was just, this has been something. Let me get back on Twitter, y'all. Let me make sure we ain't missed nothing. Because I'm telling you, the plan was to pop in here, do a real quick one, and leave it up. And I'm like, y'all will see it in the morning. The FNN, it was on my regular channel, on just the one with my name. But it was FNN, Florida Negro News. We be on there with everything. I covered everything. And I did that for quite a while and I enjoyed it. But people glitching really made it miserable for me. It really made it miserable. Wait, hold on. Y'all, we gotta listen to this. Y'all know I love a good audio moment.
That the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020, so we can show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming 2020.
Holy smokes!
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
Literally not one county.
So you asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we can show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming 2020.
Holy smokes!
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
Literally.
It was the shop. I don't even know what state these nuts are looking at. And they're like, literally nothing, nothing. Florida made me very proud. I think I only saw 2 blue counties. I thought it was only 1 county. I thought it was just Leon County, but I saw 1 more down south. Probably one of those places where a lot of the New Yorkers moved to. U.S. Army Brat, I heard that Roland Martin was crying, but I couldn't find it on Twitter. Where can I find it? Because I would like to see Roland Martin cry. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I'm never going to forget the way he disrespected our dear sister Vicky Dillard. Please, U.S. Army Brad, because dear heart, that will tickle me. He's such an amorphous blob. He's so blob like he looks boneless. And he's so rude and disgusting and insultive. Like, for what reason? Ooh. Hold on, y'all. I think we got more audio.
Recent days, he was going to execute Liz Cheney with a firing squad, 9 guns pointed and shooting at her face. A man who has said that he was going to shut down CBS because he didn't like how they edited an interview. A man who said he was going to be a dictator from day one. A man who said he was going to terminate the Constitution. A man who said he was going to use the Army and he was going to use the National Guard on his political opponents. I literally could go on all day, and yet you talk to Trump voters and they'll go, he didn't say that. Wait, now I didn't hear him. And then you say, well, here's the quote. And then they'll go, yeah, he didn't mean that. So there's something far more long lasting than just Donald Trump, the candidate. There is a sort of Russian embrace of disinformation, a radical devaluing of truth over the last 9 to 10 years, and a complete ignorance on civics and what the term Madisonian democracy even means, what checks and balances even means, what judicial review even means, what the rule of law even means. How do we as a nation, even post-Trump, how do we reach those Americans who apparently didn't go to civics class, apparently didn't learn the basics of this Constitution, and have just been overwhelmed with disinformation over the past?
You hear him? It's like I'm noticing a common trope. No, this is on air. This is on MSNBC. This was not a butt dial. He was losing it. And the common trope is they didn't go to civics class. They're dumb. They're stupid. They're ignorant. What do we do? What you do is accept the fact that propaganda will no longer work. Accept the fact that we have common sense. Accept the fact that we understand the difference between somebody saying something and sarcasm. We understand nuance. We're not stupid. And they're literally melting down because mainstream media no longer holds the place that they used to hold. You don't get to say something and we automatically accept it as the truth. We get to check you, and as much as they like to, posit themselves as people who propagate the facts and what they say is the facts, we get to fact check you. And oftentimes you all are caught lying. So we don't have to just believe what you say. Jesse Garcia said, these are wild times. I'm glad to experience it with we the people of the United States of America. Stand tall, my brothers and sisters. Good night. God be with you and with you too. Thunder says, this was a movie. They raided his home. Oh, don't forget they played in Melania's panties when they raided the home. What were they doing in that woman's underwear drawer? I don't know. That was weird. Raided his home, put his mugshot out to the public. Then they got mad because he sold t-shirts, okay? Through 90 plus felony counts and only 34 stuck, 3 attempts on his life, and he still won. Sounds like it must have been meant to be. Y'all, DJ Academics is sly me. I'm reposting it. So he just said on Twitter like 2 hours ago, I did not see this. He said, Kamala and her crew sent me some bread too. After they lied and said they weren't paying streamers. I knew they were. Kai Cenat was too pissed off and he said he was not doing it. So Academic said, I took some and still hoped her a loss. Appreciate you, shorty. Your money good, but you ain't. Not for the country. Big Donald Trump gonna run that up for us. You can't buy everything in life. See you in 4 years. Y'all, did she get played by DJ Akatiti? Let me read this again. DJ Academics, our friend Akatiti, said, "Who is we?" Hi, Red Green Turtle. You're welcome here. But we don't have to stick with her because she told people she was black. If you're doing bad things, I can't stick with you. If you represent bad things, I don't stick with you. That's like saying we should stick with Diddy because he's black. Never mind the fact that he's trafficking and harming children and women and God knows who else. If they hadn't went and killed Peanut, Peanut probably had a case against Diddy. So now everybody black we're supposed to support just because they're black? No, she was not. No, she was not better. She's a bad person. T Baby says, I don't stick with people who wash their greens in a bathtub. And me either. And me either. I'm a whole Southerner. We don't play like that. But Academic said Kamala and her crew sent me some bread too. I took some and still hoped her a loss. Appreciate you, shorty. Your money good, but you ain't. Not for the country. Big Donald Trump gonna run that up for us. You can't buy everything in life. See you in 4 years. Academics is horrible. He is horrible. And she experienced it too. She thought she could pay the likes of this clown. Girl, you messed up. Thunder say, didn't Candace Owens show proof that she wasn't black? She did. She did. And it's sad that people needed proof. The idea that she thought we were so ignorant that we would just automatically say, oh, if you say you're black, I got to vote for you. I can't think anymore. My brain shuts down. Like, girl, stop. I think she didn't understand. A lot of us, at least the first time, voted for Obama based on policy and based on the fact that we saw his work in Chicago. His record wasn't one that made me say, we don't want him. Now, Dr. Cornel West and Tavis Smiley and them, they had something to say about him. I didn't have any. I really didn't have a bad opinion of him. So that's why he had my vote the first time. But when it comes to her, like, there was nothing redeemable. Red Green Turtle say, explain it to me because it's an honest question. Okay, well, if it's an honest question, I will give you a brief assessment, but it literally would be like a 2-hour talk, and I'm not going to do that. But I will give you briefly a few of the reasons why she's a bad person, okay? Not even going to get into the whole, she locked up black men. Those black men were also breaking the law. Not really crazy about that. Some of the things she did when it came to that was a little, not quite right. It was a little shady, but it kind of is what it is, right? But then you get into the single mother that you put in jail because her child had sickle cell anemia and was hospitalized for truancy. Even though she filled out all the paperwork with her school, you were able to see it. It was verifiable. And that she made that woman fight for 2 years while bragging that she sent her homicide and gang DAs to the courts to fight against this lady and told them to make sure they look mean. She laughed about it. She thought it was funny. She thought it was a joke. And while she was campaigning and talking about the very law that she put in place, she then sat there with Charlemagne, with Leonard, and told him she never arrested anybody. That woman fought for 2 years, and they tried to get her to take a plea for 1 year and just go to jail for a year to save Kamala's face. I almost called her something ugly. That's just one. Not to mention, while she was the attorney general, Miss Harris disobeyed and disregarded a court order to release over 5,000 nonviolent inmates from the prison, from the jails over there, and she refused to do it. Disregarded a court order because she said she wanted to use them to fight fires and for public works. So she wanted to keep them for free labor. So she disregarded a court order and basically kept slaves. I'm not fond of the fact that she was sleeping with Willie Brown while he was a married man all those years, but I'm not the morality police. Do as you will. That's between you and your God if you have one. But then when she got herself into the position of VP, one of the most dangerous and egregious things she did was, as the border czar, left that border wide open. It was intentional, it was dangerous, it was irresponsible, and the number of people sneaking into this country quadrupled under her watch as the border czar. There are mothers who can no longer hold their children because of that woman. There are people who were harmed who did not die, but their lives have been changed forever because of that woman. So the fact that she puts on different accents and when she gets around black people, it's all yeah and them and sister girl and neck twirling, that does not tell me that I need to vote for her. Twirling your neck is not a signal for me to vote for you. Hi, Phil Richardson. I don't know what I'm talking about, women. I'm women or am I a woman? Phil, oh Phil. Worried about you there, buddy. But it's just the truth. And I'm answering my dear friend Red Green Turtle's question as to why I say that woman is not a good person. Your teacher told you she was going to lower taxes for black people. Your teacher told you a lie. That woman blatantly said she would not do anything specifically for black people. That's what came out of her mouth. Yes, U.S. Army, Brett lost over 350,000 of those immigrant children that were unaccompanied minors. Absolutely. Well, Phil Richardson, since you're asking me a question, I voted more or less against Kamala. I really didn't care that much about Trump. I was voting against her. Everything that she represents, I'm against it. I don't like anything about her. Hope that helps. And I'm real happy that she lost. I'm very excited that she lost. I might bake a pie tomorrow. What kind of pie should I bake, y'all? What kind of pie should I bake? I'm thinking, you say peach cobbler? That would be good. Strawberry. I've never made a strawberry pie. I never have. Red Green Turtle said pizza pie. Now you thinking outside of the box. T Baby said, Lord, you gotta have patience with these folks. Shout out to you. Listen, I try. Because I don't like to act up. Even if they're acting ugly, I don't want to meet them where they are. I would rather they just go. I did not get to be this old without having lines in my face by arguing with non-entities. You say strawberry pie is bussin'? Okay. So what I'm thinking, for me, I like the idea about a peach cobbler. You know what's good? Like if you make a pie and put peaches and pears in it, that's good too. Maybe I'll do that. I wish I could get some blackberries because then I'd make a blackberry doobie. I haven't made a doobie in a while. If there's any country folks in here, y'all know what a blackberry doobie is. Yeah, U.S. Army brat. Mm-hmm. That BlackBerry Doobie is like, it's everything. It is everything. I'm looking online. I don't see anything new. Everybody keeps talking about that Roland Martin was crying, but I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. This person, I guess they're just cracking a joke. I don't know who she is anyway, but she said, I want to see D.L. Hughley, Roland Martin, and Plies throwing up crying just for disrespecting the one and only Janet Jackson over fake A. Kamala Harris. Mm-hmm. Me too. Strawberry cheesecake cobbler. I ain't never heard of that. It sounds good though. Like I don't eat a lot of sweets, but like if I bake something, I'll eat a piece. I end up giving away more than anything. Thunder said, I wonder what Joy Reid will have to say. Ooh, Joyless Reed. Oh, Joyless Reed is going to be angry. I think Joyless Reed is angry right now. She was upset on air. Joyless Reed was losing it. Hey, C Money Gaming said we're cooked. Are we cooked? Not Cardi B posted a picture or something on Instagram that said, I hate y'all so bad. Who do you hate? Cardi. Why must we hate people? That's rude. Oh, this is gonna be a long week. Okay. Well, y'all, I think that's it for tonight. Like I said, I was planning. Oh, academics is on one. Y'all got to go to Twitter to read his tweets. I'm not reading all that stuff because he said a lot of words that I don't care to say. It's not my style, but y'all got to go read it. I mean, I may not say it, but I'll read it and I will laugh. Tasha Jones said Cardi hates herself. It's possible. T Baby said LMAO Cardi hates us but wants to buy her music. Yep. Wants us to buy her music. Yep. Say she hate us, honey. She mad. That's all right, Cardi. You make something that the children can dance to, and I will absolutely buy your album for my peanut. I don't have nothing against Cardi. She'll get over it. She don't have a choice. So listen, I'm getting off of here. I enjoyed you guys. I did not plan to stay this long. This was fun. Please like this video, share this video, okay? And please subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to you guys again in the morning with the news. And y'all have a good night, okay?